Imagine this. You're in the middle of a storm, the winds are howling, and the rain is pouring down. Feels like there's no way out. But what if I told you that this storm is just one chapter in your story, not the ending? What if I told you that your breakthrough is coming? Stay with me because today, on Peak Potential, we're diving into a powerful message of hope and resilience. I declare today that my current chapter is not my conclusion. And guess what? Neither is yours. Maybe your story is filled with painful moments, challenges that seem never-ending. But hear me loud and clear, this too shall pass. These struggles are just a few pages in a much larger story that God is writing for you. And let me remind you, the ending of that story, it's full of victory, joy, and restoration. So, let's make this declaration together. I will not live as if I don't know how my story ends, because I do know. In the end, every tear will be wiped away. Every broken piece will be made whole. Every heartache will turn into a testimony. No matter how defeated you feel, no matter how dark your situation looks, your story isn't over yet. God is still God. He hasn't forgotten you. He hasn't abandoned you. So hold on. Even when it's hard, even when it's heavy, hold on. This chapter you're in is temporary. It didn't come to stay. It came to pass. Even if you can't see God in your story right now, He sees you. And one day, when you look back on this season, you'll realize He was with you all along. Every tear you cried, He counted them. Every whispered prayer, He heard it. God has never left your side, even in the shadows. And that means you can trust Him with your story. Listen to me carefully. There is no cry you have ever cried that went unheard by God. He sees you. He hears you. He knows you. He understands what you're walking through, what you've gone through, and what you're facing right now. When you walk through the darkest valley, He is there. When you grieve with a heavy heart, He is there. God's love isn't distant. It's personal. It's real. It's intimate. He knows your joys. He knows your fears. He knows what keeps you up at night and what makes you anxious. He knows you better than you know yourself. And here's the best part. He has the power to lead you to a new place, a new season, a fresh start. If your life feels like a wasteland right now, if it feels hopeless and barren, know this: God is saying, walk with me, and I will lead you to a better place. You don't always get to choose what happens to you, but you get to choose how you respond. You get to choose what grows inside you. And through it all, God is preparing you, shaping you for something greater. The wilderness isn't where your story ends. It's where transformation begins. So, let me say this loud and clear. I refuse to be defined by my past. I refuse to be bound by others' expectations. I am held in the hands of the one who turns graves into gardens, who turns wounds into victories, and who transforms broken people into warriors. Just because I'm in a valley doesn't make me a victim. My confidence isn't in my own strength. It's in God's sovereignty. I won't pretend that the path is easy, but I know that my God is faithful. I may not understand every setback, every delay, every obstacle, but I trust His timing. His purpose will prevail. So let the opposition rise. Let the setbacks come. Let people doubt you. Let the enemy try to stop you. Because here's the truth. Every setback is just a setup for a greater testimony, a deeper victory, a higher purpose. Every single time, God turns pain into purpose. I will not shrink back in fear. I will not cave under pressure. I will not obsess over what people think of me. I will not settle for a life of comfort and complacency. I will step forward with boldness, even when the path is unclear. And when the stakes are high, when I don't know what to do, I will slow down, seek wisdom, and ask for help. I will make space in my life to hear God's voice. And when He says move, I will move. When He says speak, I will speak. Maybe I don't have power. Maybe I don't have influence. But I have prayer. And I will live my life with purpose for such a time as this. One day, when this story is over, let it be said of us that we chose courage over comfort, that we chose faith over fear, that we chose prayer over panic, that we trusted God, even in the shadows, because we knew His plans would always prevail. Maybe you're sitting there thinking, I've messed up too much. God could never use me now. That is a lie. If you've made mistakes, ask for forgiveness, get back up, and wait for God's next move. Because trust me, He's not done with you yet. Your past does not disqualify you. Your failures do not define you. You are not too far gone. You are not beyond God's reach. If anything, you are in the perfect position for Him to do something greater than you ever imagined. Because it's in our lowest moments that we truly understand the depth of His grace, mercy, and love. God has already defined your identity. You are not an addict, a failure, a loser, or a lost cause. You are chosen. You are loved. You are made for more. Maybe you've been through a divorce. Maybe you've faced a heartbreaking loss. Maybe your dreams have shattered. Listen to me. That was just a chapter. It was not the end of your story. God is still working. He is still moving. And He is not finished with you yet. Right now, He is preparing you. Right now, He is giving you the strength to overcome. He will never place more on you than He places within you to handle it. Failure only happens when you refuse to get back up. You can't sit in shame forever. You can't live in guilt forever. Get up. We all fall. We all fail. We all struggle. But we are not meant to stay down. It may look like it's over, but with God, there's always another move. Always another chance. God loves you. He's not throwing you away. He's not giving up on you. And even if your life looks like a mess right now, trust me, the master artist isn't finished with his masterpiece yet. He's still painting. He's still shaping. He's still working. So don't step away too soon. Stay on the path. Stay on the wheel. Because when He's finished, your life will be a masterpiece. God's not done with you yet. If this message spoke to you today, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs encouragement. And if you're ready to embrace your full potential, hit that like button, subscribe to Peak Potential, and turn on notifications so you never miss an uplifting message. Remember, your story is still being written, and the best is yet to come. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and always keep moving forward.